Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin, and along with Jordan Lawrence, we will be bringing you this morning's game versus the Manitowoc Bandits. This game is part of the play ball tournament, with the Appleton Legends being the third team in this pool. Starting pitchers today for Sheboygan, it'll be Eric Schmitz, and for Manitowoc, Ben Coons. The starting lineup for Manitowoc, managed by Chris Sisler, is Chris Casper playing right field, number 10. Batting second is the pitcher, Ben Coons, number 12. Batting third, number 1, Chris Rohr. Rohr's over at first base. Batting fourth, number 7, Ridge Guyette. Guyette is catching today. Batting fifth, number 9, Luke Mandich, the shortstop. Batting sixth, number 14, Jackson Schmitz. Schmitz over at third base. Batting seventh, number 5, Jacob Gallagher. Gallagher in center. Batting eighth, number 50, Dakota Belinsky. Belinsky's at second base. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 33, Regan Belak. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have Eric Schmitz on the mound. Catching is Justin Schnell. Over at first base, Jimmy Jurgensen. At second, Bennett Becker. At third, Jacob Neese. Shortstop is Riley Palmquist. Out in left field is Ross Christ. In center, Brady Zachriesen. And playing over in right, Jacoby Andreas. Again, Schmitz pitching, Schnell catching. Stepping in to lead off for the Bandits is Chris Casper. Eric Schmitz and his wife had a baby earlier this spring. Saw the little addition the other day at the North game. Eric showed up. First pitch is a strike. Eric is pretty high up in many of the categories for A's career records. Bouncing ball to Jurgensen. He takes it to the bag for the easy putout. That brings up the number 2 hitter and pitcher, Ben Coons.
Ben Coons hasn't pitched a whole lot for the Bandits in the past, so going to be interesting. They're obviously saving some of their arms for later here in the tournament. They'll be playing in Game 2, which is right after this one. It's basically a doubleheader for the Bandits.
Then following that game, it'll be Sheboygan against the Appleton Legends. The winner of this pool play is going to play the winner of the Branch Ashwaubenon Lookouts pool. They were not able to get a 6th team for the play ball tournament this year. And the winner of the two pools will play against one another tomorrow at Ashwaubenon Park in Ashwaubenon. That's a 1 o'clock game. So if you're interested, you can run up to Ashwaubenon tomorrow and watch some baseball. 2-1 is the count to Coons. Pop up on the infield. Bennett retreats and makes the over-the-shoulder catch.
Back-to-back routine, plays a nice ground out to start and then a fly out. Just get these guys back into it. Obviously, this is the play ball tournament, not league play, but at the end of the day, while the A's might not have everyone here that they usually have, still get those reps in and get back going in live action.
Jordan, why don't you tell the fan base a little bit about yourself? You're interning this year, obviously.
Yes, indeed, and I was actually with the Manitowoc Bandits the past 3 years. I was their public address announcer, ran their Twitter account the third year as well, did some other things. I'm a sports communication and journalism major over at UW Green Bay. I did my first 2 years at the Manitowoc campus, so the center, as we call it down there, a Manitowoc native. And now here we are, Sheboygan A's, Wildwood Park. Looking forward to it this year.
Looking forward to working with you too, Jordan. Chris Rohr, number 3 hitter for the Bandits, is up. Takes that pitch for a ball. It's 1-1. 2 outs. 2-hour time limit. These are 7-inning games. Good breaking ball by Schmitz, and he gets him on strikes. 1-2-3 inning. At the end of half inning of play, Manitowoc nothing. Sheboygan coming to bat.
Temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Batting order for Sheboygan. They'll have Ross Christ leading off and playing left field. He sports number 31. Batting second, number 3 is the center fielder, Brady Zachariason. Batting third and playing third base, number 17, Jacob Neese. Batting fourth, the Northwoods cleanup hitter, number 39, Jacoby Andreas. Andreas out and right. Number 32, Jimmy Jorgensen, bats fifth. He's over at first base. Batting sixth, number 23, Riley Palmquist. Palmquist playing short. Batting seventh, number 4, Cooper Gussie. Gussie is DHing today. Batting eighth, number 28, the catcher Justin Schnell. And batting ninth, number 11, Bennett Becker. Defensively, for the Bandits, of course, they have Ben Coons on the mound pitching, and Ridge Guyette is catching. Over at first is Chris Rohr. Playing second, Dakota Belinsky. Jackson Schmitz at third, and Luke Mandich is at short. In the outfield, we have Belock in left, Gallagher in center, and Casper in right.
A.J. Downinger, the usual catcher for Manitowoc, an absolute stud behind the plate, but he's not catching for them here today, so very interesting development.
Swing and a miss. Umpires today, we have David Kurtzbach behind home plate for this game, and Doug Steinke on the bases. Our weather report. We have 60-degree temperatures as we start play. The skies are partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, and the wind is very calm. Right now you can see the flag out in center field not moving much. That pitch comes in for ball 3. It's 3-1 to Ross Christ. Ross finished last season hitting an even .300.
And we see our first base runner of the game on a leadoff walk.
Brady Zachariason, new player. He didn't play with the team last year. We don't have much information on Brady yet either. Brady takes that first pitch outside for a ball.
Beautiful pitch right down the middle. Ben Coons finally finding the strike zone.
We don't have any last year's stats for Manitowoc. They played in the Shoreland League and actually won that league.
3 years in a row they've won the Shoreland League.
Are they back in the Northeastern Wisconsin League this year, or are they staying with the Shoreland?
Still in Shoreland for all
Okay.
I'm aware of. Shoreland obviously got teams like Branch, Schwab, and on other teams we'll be seeing.
Right, yeah, I played in that league several years with Howard's Grove back in the day. Line drive out to right. Going back, not able to
Over
make
his
the play
head.
was Casper, and that's going to put runners on second and third. Ross Christ had to hold up. He wasn't sure if it was going to be caught or not. When it dropped, was able to make it to third, and Zach Risen with a leadoff double.
He went to steal as well, so he was stuck in a predicament. It seemed like a routine flyout, but at the end of the day, able to make his way from first to third. Runners on second and third, no outs so far in the bottom of the first for Sheboygan.
And that brings up Jacob Neese. Neese finished last year with a .263 batting average. Led the ball club in doubles with 16. Had a nice season last year. Sheboygan North graduate. Lives out in the Kiel area. There's a drive to deep left field. That's going to be out of here. A
Hammered
three-run
it.
homer for Jacob Neese.
Just like that, the Sheboygan A's up to a 3-0 lead. As I said, Ben Coons, I haven't seen him pitch a whole lot for the Bandits. They put him in early, and it was just like that, a walk, and then an error out in right field, and a 3-run shot puts Sheboygan up 3-0. There is a run rule in this 7-inning game as well, so we'll have to keep that in mind if the damage continues.
I think that run rule is similar to high school, 10 runs after 5. That brings up Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby had 2 home runs last year, finished the season hitting .316. He's got a lot of power.
Let that one go inside. 1-1 the count.
Outfield is straight away. Infield is deep at each position. Jacoby from Sheboygan Falls, along with Ross Christ. What you don't want to do, Jordan, is have your catcher throw bouncers back to the mound.
Absolutely not. As I said, not the normal catcher for Sheboygan, so Casper going to have to get into it a little bit behind there, but now 2-2 count. Ben Coons finds himself in his best position so far.
Breaking pitch stays high.
Swing and a miss.
Jacoby goes down on strikes for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring up the number 5 hitter, Jimmy Jurgensen.
First baseman, number 32, Jimmy Jurgensen.
Jurgensen attended Grand Canyon University for a couple of seasons. He's not there this year, and I was talking to a relative of his actually yesterday, and he mentioned where he's going, but it's not Grand Canyon, and I don't remember the name of the school, but Nebraska?
Concordia, Nebraska.
Concordia, Nebraska. Thank you, Bill.
Good to have a whole team up here, huh?
Yeah, we do practice a lot of teamwork up here, except for CJ. He's kind of off on his own. CJ said he's grumpy today because the video board is not working.
It'll work for about 10-15 minutes and then cut right back out.
Nice play made by Belinsky over to Rohr for the out. 2 outs now in the bottom of the first. Sheboygan on top, 3-0 on Jacob Neese's 3-run blast over the left field fence. And that brings up Riley Palmquist. Palmquist again, another new player Didn't play with Sheboygan last season. The line drive out into right center is going to drop in for a single. Sheboygan is managed by Tim Moyer with assistance from Ken Neese, that's Jacob's dad, and Mike Schubert.
Coons was able to retire back-to-back, but a first pitch swing and single, and now 1 on 2 outs in the inning.
Gussie takes that first pitch outside for ball 1.
Tried to frame it, but couldn't quite make it find that outside corner.
Cooper saw limited action last year, finished the season batting 167. Did have a double and scored 6 runs. Check swing.
Check swing went way out of here.
It's out on the New Jersey Avenue.
Part of where the 5K took place this morning.
Yeah, you were working.
I was
crowd
just
control
right down there.
I was
Not
a
too
crossing
far.
guard.
There's another one followed back, same spot.
I think they had just a touch over 100 runners, which is a pretty good turnout, all things considered.
Beautiful day for a run, beautiful day for baseball.
Ball is popped up into short left field, racing in,
And it drops. Going to second and safe. So they held up the runner at third, but went from first to second, able to slide in time. And now runners on second and third with 2 outs for the A's.
Hey, Jordan, we going to give him a double or a single?
I'd give him a single.
Justin Schnell is up next. So I looked through my list of players from last year. Justin did not play with Sheboygan.
Interesting decision on that last one to hold Palmquist up at third. It was rather shallow, but the throw in was none too great at all. Could have sent him, but they didn't. Either way, the score remains 3-0 for now. So there's a strike inside.
Be interesting to see if Justin does the second game behind the plate. Pitch comes in low. 1-1 is the count. We have runners on second and third. Already 3 runs in for Sheboygan. Jacob Neese getting a great start to his season. That 3-run homer. And
What a snag.
now Kenny Neese, first base coach, is going into the Hall of Fame this year along with Tom Grams. That'll happen this summer. And that's how I used to pick him at third, Jordan. Just like that.
He still got it.
He did a little bit of pitching last year. I think he did 1 or 2 innings.
Oh, boy.
Emergency relief.
How'd that go?
I think he threw a shutout inning.
Really?
And he's over 50.
Much better than expected. So there's another one to him.
Oh,
Couldn't quite get this one cleanly.
manager Chris Sisler showing the good arm over there by the Manitowoc dugout, throwing that ball back in.
And now here
2
we
outs.
go.
Breaking ball stays high. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Runners at second and third won't be in motion, obviously, as there's no one behind them. Big time pitch from Coons.
Pitch is up high for ball 4. And that takes us to the number 9 hitter in the batting order, Bennett Becker. Becker hit .238 last year, had a double and had 5 doubles last year. Courtesy runner is the speedy Cole McClavick. Good rip by Becker on that first pitch. Probably the biggest name that's not here today, Jordan, is Harry Stelt.
That is a big one for the
Harry
A's.
was MVP last year, led the team in hitting. He's also one that's climbing up the list of all-time leaders in A's history.
Been here quite a few years, that's for sure, as the count goes to 0-2. Coons to try and get out of it.
Takes that pitch up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
As the wind begins to pick up a little bit here.
Yeah. Ben Coons having a long first inning. Drive out into right field. Coming in and making the catch was the right fielder, Casper. And that ends the Sheboygan A's first, but not before they come up with 3 runs at the end of 1 full inning of play. Sheboygan 3, Manitowoc nothing.
Ahead in the Meyer app.
Spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Ridge Guyette leading off for Manitowoc. Ridge is the catcher today. Jordan mentioned that he's not their normal catcher. Let's see what he can do with the bat. Eric Schmitz comes in with a breaking pitch for strike 1. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Sheboygan on top 3-0. Following this game, at approximately 1 o'clock, Manitowoc will play the Appleton Legends.
Manitowoc will be the home team in that game. Each team gets 1 home game today, and then in the 3rd game, Appleton will be home against Sheboygan.
Breaking pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. That's strikeout number 2 for Eric. And that brings up Luke Mandich, the shortstop.
Luke Mandich, an all-around stud for this Bandits team. Their star pitcher. He can swing the bat as well. Plenty of MVPs and awards for his resume.
First pitch is in for a ball. The winner of this pool will move on to play in Ashwaubenon tomorrow against the winner of the Branch Blaze Ashwaubenon Lookouts pool. Technically, it's the Branch pool. That game tomorrow will be at 1 o'clock. Swing and a miss.
Ashwaubenon obviously looking to play at their home tomorrow.
Two balls and 2 strikes. With the new baby, Eric was telling me he hasn't had a lot of time to practice baseball. So it'll be interesting to see how long he's able to throw in this game.
Obviously only 7 innings, but still it's going to be
That'd
quite the
be a
task
lot.
to go all those.
Yeah, right. Hey, they're all meaningful. Press box crew is the same as it's been the last few years. CJ Skelton doing announcements and audio enhancements, and picked up another job this year, umpire evaluation. Not smiling. Bill Wagner is our field announcer, does an awesome job. And then Mike Martin, that's me, and Jordan Lawrence are your live stream announcers. Mandich draws a walk.
Third baseman, number 14, Jackson Schmidt.
Jackson Schmitz, the third baseman, is up next.
I checked the lineup. It had Mandich listed at 9, so we're going to blame Chris Sizzler with that one, not
right,
me.
Okay. Hey, I wasn't going to blame you, Jordan.
Not on the
I'll
first
wait
day,
till you're
at
not
least.
around, then I'll blame you.
There, exactly.
Snap down. Throw by Schnell is not in time. Waiting on deck is the center fielder, Jacob Gallagher.
Swing and a miss there. Schmitz and Gallagher, both 2021 Manitowoc Lincoln high school graduates, if I remember their years correctly. So they've both played together in high school before.
Who's that?
Schmitz at the plate right now, and then Gallagher as well.
Okay, Schmitz, I believe, went to Fond du Lac.
Fooled
Schmitz.
him on that one.
Yeah, nice pitch by Schmitty. Strikeout number 3, and that brings up Gallagher. Where'd you go to high school?
Lincoln.
Oh, you did go to Lincoln.
Yes.
Okay.
2020 Lincoln graduate.
All right. Hey, so it's good to graduate high school.
Absolutely. Just got my associate's degree as well, so there's a start.
Well, I remember our graduation ceremony. I walked up to the stage, got my diploma, went back and sit down. The first thing I did was open it up, make sure it was signed. It was.
It's all that matters. One of my friends, their middle name was wrong on their diploma, so they got that fixed.
Oh.
But I've never seen anything like that before.
So does that make him not a graduate?
They,
the name is wrong?
They graduated. That's all that matters. They got him a new one.
Breaking pitch in there for
pitch.
strike 3. Called strike 3, and after an inning and a half, it's still Sheboygan 3, Manitowoc nothing.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Getting ready to start the bottom of the second inning. Sheboygan batted around in that first inning. They did score 3 runs. They left the bases loaded, however. Could have really broken the game open. So we'll start off the second with the leadoff hitter again, Ross Christ, who reached on a walk.
Leading off for the A's, left fielder, number 31, Ross Christ.
Ross was an all-league performer in the Wisconsin State League. He's had some very fine seasons with Sheboygan. Was a team MVP. Grounds out the first that time. Making the nice play was Roar.
Got to make those routine plays if you're the Bandits. Remember that little fly ball over to right field earlier on? They would have made that. This game maybe 1-0 or zeros on the board, but got to make those, and obviously still very, very early in the year. The Bandits did play one game already this season. I didn't get the score of that one, but they got a game under their belt so far.
Brady Zach Risen is up next. Brady doubled his first time. Right fielder misjudged it. Pitch is up high for ball.
And there's another bouncing ball from the catcher. Told you, he's getting used to it back there. I don't know if he's ever played catcher before. I'd have to assume so, but if not, that's a very, very tough spot to be in.
It is. Pitch is outside. There's a good throwback. Bouncing ball over to second baseman Belinsky, who makes a nice play. 2 quick outs here in the second. And that brings up Jacob Neese, who spanked a 3-run homer his first at bat.
Third baseman number 17, Jacob Neese.
Back-to-back groundouts here from the A's. Neese obviously looking to keep the ball in the air like he did in the first inning with 2 runners on. Now there's 2 outs. Base is empty as it's ball 1 outside.
Pitch is popped up in foul territory on the first base side, out of play.
That's going to bounce way out there.
We got a ball chaser going out of the park to get that. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Coons looks comfortable enough on the mound.
I think he settled in a bit. Certainly got startled with the 3-run shot. You know, you give up a walk right away in 5 pitches, and then someone takes you deep as they're just going to get through.
Yeah, bouncing ball up the middle is a base hit for Jacob. He's 2 for 2. That's going to bring up Jacoby Andreas, the Northwoods chemical cleanup hitter.
Northwood Chemical cleanup batter, right fielder number 39, Jacoby Andreas.
Left field, Belock is pretty deep in left. Center fielder is out there too. They must know the same thing that we know, is that Andreas has good power. Eric Hasenstein's in the house today. With that swing and a miss, the count stands at 1-1. Pitch fouled back.
One and two, the count. Coons with the chance to get out of it. See what he throws here. A swing and a miss.
Strike 3. Andreas out for the second time on strikes. After 2 complete, Sheboygan still on top, 3-0.
Hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Back at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start third inning action. Sheboygan on top 3-0. Was just looking at some of the state league information, and Sheboygan finished up 15-15 last year in the state league. They did have several players get all league honors. Harry Stout was first baseman. We mentioned Ross Christ was first team utility player, and rookie of the year last year was Joey Pettit. Joey had a fine year. He's not on our list as a substitute today. We're hoping that he's still on the ball club.
Still early in the year. A lot of players getting back from college, settling back in at home. I know that he's got a lot of players from Marion University this year, as that is a rough swing and a miss to make the count 0-2.
Dakota Belinsky, the batter. Schmidt still on the mound. He hasn't had to throw a lot of pitches in any of the innings so far. That's good. It means he should be able to go a little longer if he can keep that up.
You know, I think a lot of it just not the most competitive at bats from these Bandits either. We've seen a few bad swings and misses. He's kind of fooling them. I mean, the 0-1 pitch was just a bad swing on a high pitch, able to foul this one back. But those longer at bats, able to fight pitches back, you know, into the zone, into the net, whatever you want to say, is there is another swing and a miss. Absolutely fooled him on the breaking ball.
Sheboygan actually has a three-headed monster when it comes to starting pitching. They have Eric Schmitz. You're seeing him today. Their most valuable pitcher last year was Jared Recolaitis, who's another really good pitcher. And then they have Brad Reinflesch, who's right up there with the first two. And if you keep those guys coming, especially for state league action, you always have a great chance of winning the ball game.
Like we've seen, all took one swing of the bat, got him 3 runs. If you just get those little bits, it's going to help the A's in the long run. I mean, these pitchers, they aren't going to give up 0 runs every single game. As the 0-2 pitch is swung and missed, another strikeout. That was a very quick at-bat.
That was strikeout number 6. We're only 2 outs into the third inning. We're going to bring back trivia, A's trivia this year, and the next half inning we'll give you the trivia question for this ball game. You want to be around for that. See if you can get it right. Chris Casper's making his second appearance. He grounded out to Jorgensen his first time up. Line drive out to left field, but it goes foul.
Inching his way closer to getting it in play, but couldn't keep it in the white line. First one went way out there. This one creeping towards it, but now finds himself down 0-2, as many Bandits have so far.
Be interesting to see how Eric Schmitz handles this situation. 0-2.
Went right at him, and there's another third consecutive foul ball, same spot.
His first at bat, he was able to, Casper that is, was able to pull the ball. Not so much this time. Breaking ball. Broke his bat.
Yes, he
grounding
did.
out to Jurgensen, and he's out again. 3 unassisted. And through 2.5 innings of play, Sheboygan's still on top. All right, don't let me forget to ask the question.
I will not.
It's been known to happen.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird. And please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Leading off the bottom of the third for Sheboygan is Jimmy Jurgensen. Jurgensen is 0 for 1 in the ball game, grounded out to first base. Jimmy hit .241 last year. Had 10 doubles and 5 home runs. Showing big time power.
Five hits for the A's through 2 innings as they lead 3-0 off the foul ball. Little delay in the action, and then we'll get the first base umpire back out, and we're good to go. Inside.
Pitch rides inside. Bill, you ready? Trivia question for this half inning. Who has the most complete games in Sheboygan A's history? Bill's going with his usual answer of Mike Casper, and we'll see if that's right later on in the half inning. But as we were talking, Jimmy Jurgensen popped one behind home plate, and Guyette made a nice grab for out number 1. Bill says the most complete games in A's history is Mike Casper. We'll have to find out. Most complete games, Eric Schmitz is 10th on that list. He has 20. His next player to climb over on the list with 23 is Jeff Lefevre. Lefevre was a big guy. Riley Palmquist singled his first time up. Lines went down the right field line, but foul.
Back-to-back foul balls, 1 and 2 count now. See if he can get this one in play.
Good stop by Guyette.
Might have been one of the best pitches from Coons all day if he would have centered that one a little bit more.
Yeah. Had a lot of tilt to it, that's for sure.
Unsure if it was intentional or not. Experimenting a little bit here in the third inning is another one cracked foul.
Riley Palmquist playing at shortstop today. Hasn't had much action with Eric Schmitz's 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Pitch just off the corner. Coons wanted it. He's asking the home plate umpire what was wrong.
Sizzler is none too happy in front of the Bandits dugout either. Just barely missed, but it's been one of those things. Coons not throwing a whole lot of strikes. Blue's not going to give it to him.
One coming straight back at us.
Here we go. Count is full.
Pitch rides up high for ball 4. That's the 3rd walk given up by Coons. And we're not even 3 innings into the ball game.
Very
Cooper
intrigued
Gussie
to see.
is next.
Very intrigued to see how long they keep Coons in this one. Obviously, they're saving the arms. I expect Manich to pitch in the next game, but it's a matter of who they have for relievers right now in Manitowoc.
Exactly. Cooper Gussie swings and misses. He also had a single his first time up.
Runner going.
And Guyette was going to pick it out of his glove to throw it, and he dropped the ball. So no play on Gussie at second. He's in with a stolen base.
Seems to be a lot of frustration there behind the plate, and Guyette frustrated with himself. Obviously, we mentioned not quite getting some of the throws back to the pitcher even, and there couldn't prevent the steal as it's high and inside. Ball 2-1 the count.
Gussie was 0 for 1 in stolen bases last year. 1 for 1 this year, though. Ball is fouled straight back. One out, man on second. It's 3-0 Sheboygan. Trying to build on that lead. There's a drive in the left center field. That's going to drop for extra bases. Palmquist is going to score easily, and Gussie pulls up at second with a stand-up double.
Some of these times, Coons just leaving pitches in the heart of the plate. Did it on the 3-run shot, did it again here. 4-0 now A's, and we're not quite through 3 innings. It is a 10-run rule, though, so we're far away from that. But that 10-run rule would take place, or go in effect, I should say, after 5 innings, this being just a 7-inning game. Basically a doubleheader for Manitowoc as they're playing back-to-back.
Yeah, exactly. All the teams will play 2 games today. Sheboygan kind of lucks out on that. They don't have to play 2 in a row.
They're the only of all 5 teams that don't have to play back-to-back.
That's right, because in that other pool play, they only have 2 teams instead of 3.
They are playing a doubleheader back-to-back.
All right, it's time to answer our quiz question. Who is the all-time Sheboygan A's leader in complete games? The answer is Mike Casper. Way to go, Bill. Casper has 69 complete games. We mentioned Eric Schmitz has 20. Jeff Lefebvre is the next person he wants to get over, and Lefebvre has 23. So, good job, Bill. You finally your Casper answer finally worked out for you.
As that is inside for a walk. Runners
Another
on
walk.
first and second with 1 out. The second walk of the inning for pitcher Ben Coons.
And the pitches are piling up. Coming in for Schnell to pinch run, or courtesy run, is Cole McClavick. That brings up Bennett Becker. Becker hit the ball pretty hard out to right field his last time up. Bouncing ball to short.
Could be two, but they're
Bandich
just gonna
goes
go for
right over
one.
to first for the out. Didn't have a play at the other runners. Was not hit quite hard enough, but good play by the Manitowoc shortstop.
And that's also where that courtesy runner comes into play. McLeod very, very quick
Yeah,
on the bases,
exactly.
moving from first to second, preventing a potential double play. But now, 2 outs in the inning for Christ. Runners on second and third. This, the danger zone for Ben Coons.
I'm going to throw this in before Bennett gets all the way back to the dugout. At the awards banquet, Bennett was given the manager's award. Bennett didn't see action a whole lot last year, but he was always there and ready to do whatever was needed to help the team. And those are the kind of players you need to be successful.
That's all you can ever ask from a player.
Ross Christ with a great opportunity to drive in a couple more runs. It's 4-0 Sheboygan. They got a chance to bump it up to 6 with a base hit here. There's a drive out in the left field.
We saw one drop
Coming in
earlier
hard,
in the game, and this
and
one
it drops
does
in
as
again.
well.
It's going to be 2 more runs for Sheboygan. Not able to make the play was the left fielder, Belloc. So Chris gets the job done. I'll tell you this much, Jordan. You know how they talk about line drives and all that? They're way overrated. Line drive. Little loopers like that.
Those are the dangerous ones. We've seen 3 times now. One went over the head, and now twice have just dropped right in left field. I don't know if it's communication issues. These bandits maybe not playing together a whole lot.
Oh,
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's a good point right there.
I mean, you've got the shortstop, third baseman, left field. They're all in contention. Even center fielder, you want to argue, and none of them going back. I don't know if they just expect that to be the left fielder's ball with Bialik, but at the end of the day, it wasn't, and it cost them 2 more runs.
You know what might make those hits, those loopers out to left field, was Nice's long home run. Because
Absolutely.
that backed up the left fielder, and now he can't make the plays that are in front of him.
We saw him playing way, way back before he's moved up a bit now.
Yeah, when Andreas was up, you're right. 2 more runs in on the Ross Christ single. It's now 6-0 Sheboygan.
6 runs on 7 hits as there's a blooper high back, and it'll be fouled, no play.
Brady Zach Risen is batting. He doubled back in the first and scored, and grounded out to second base in the second. Third at bat, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Line drive to right. Casper came in, now he has to go back, and he does make the catch.
Wow.
And that does end the inning, but Casper made it exciting.
Diving catch out in right field as we head to the 4th. 6-0 Sheboygan leads.
Conditioning, keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Now pitching for Sheboygan, Davis Wilson. The line for Eric Schmitz, he went 3 innings, gave up no hits and no runs. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Very fine performance for him.
Couldn't ask for a whole lot better to start the year, I'd say.
Oh, for sure. And when I talked with Eric the other day, he was a little concerned because he hadn't had an opportunity to get out and practice like he has in previous seasons. because of the new baby. So it's good to see him just like riding a bike.
Absolutely. Once you've done it, you don't forget.
Wilson's first pitch to Coons is swung on and fouled back.
You know, you got names like Earl Vorpagel, A.J. Downinger from the Bandits that Schmitz didn't see against him today. But either way, even if you're not facing the heaviest of bats against a team, to do that in 3 innings has got to feel real good no matter who's it's against.
Exactly. Wilson appeared in 14 games last year. He started 10 of those. He had some real nice outings last year. The count is 1-2. There goes Bill's perfect game. Slow roller up the middle. Palmquist makes a nice play and throw. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Going back to Wilson's pitching last year, Davis had 2 complete games. And he did work 58 2/3 innings, which was 3rd most on the team. Noah Emery had 59, and Brad Reinfleisch had 71.1 innings pitched. So Wilson knows his way around the pitcher's mound, that's for sure.
And you got 1 out, and now just like that, it's an 0-2 count here on the first baseman, Chris Rohr.
Rohr went down his first at bat in the 1st inning. They're not turning the lineup over much with solid pitching they've seen so far. But they got another game to play also. Rick Bumgard in the house. Bummy, a Sheboygan A's Hall of Famer. Line drive.
And there's
base
the
hit.
first hit of the game from
there you go.
Manitowoc.
Jordan was happy to see that, weren't you?
I'm unbiased today.
Hey, you can be all biased you want to be. That's okay. This might be the only time all year we play Manitowoc.
Yeah,
so
I think they play them at Manitowoc one time, actually, but
later in the year?
Yeah.
Not okay, exhibition game?
Yeah. They play them twice later in the year.
Pop up into right field. Andreas drifting back and makes the one-handed catch. 2 outs now in the 4th inning. And that'll bring up Luke Mandich, who walked his first appearance. Would you say, Jordan, he's their best player?
I would argue, for sure. Two-way player, can pitch, can hit. Really can do it all for this team.
And he plays shortstop.
And he does, yes. If you can pitch, hit, and play shortstop, you're doing something right.
First offering by Davis is swung on and missed. Davis Wilson had 3 wins last season. And finished the season with a fine 3.53 ERA. So Davis Wilson had a nice season. Ball is slowly hit to third. Neese not able to make the play. That was very slowly hit.
Swinging
and,
bunt of
Mandich
sorts.
with really good speed. Gets Manitowoc's second hit.
First time all day they've had 2 runners on, I believe.
Yeah, oh, for sure. They had Mandich reached in the second on a walk, and here in the fourth now, like you said, they have 2 runners. First time all game. Jackson Schmitz is up.
Takes a hack at that one on the first pitch and should be a routine, yes indeed, to end the top of the fourth.
Manager's award winner Bennett Becker makes that play, fires it over to first, and that's the end of the fourth inning for Manitowoc. After 3.5, Sheboygan still on top, 6-0.
With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
All right, back at Wildwood Park, and Manitowoc has a new pitcher. Jacob Gallagher, who was in center field, is now going to take the mound.
We wondered how long we'd be seeing Ben Coons, and well, he made it through 3. He gave up 6 runs, 7 hits, and now it's Jacob Gallagher, the youngster, on the bump for Manitowoc. Gallagher and Schmitz, Jackson talking it up on the mound. As I said, I believe they both graduated from Lincoln in 2021, played ball on high school together. They've known each other for quite a few years, and there's that chemistry showing right at the gate. Manitowoc needs something in these last few innings pitching-wise if they want to stay in it. They gave up 3 runs in the first and 3 runs in the third to make it 6-0. Didn't get a whole lot of help was Ben Coons, thanks to his left fielder and outfield in general, but at the end of the day, you give up 6 runs on 7 hits in his first pitching appearances. We're ready to get going in the bottom of the fourth.
Jacob Niesel lead it off for Sheboygan. Jacob is 2 for 2. Had the 3-run homer to left, and then a line drive single to center. Actually, it was a bouncing ball up the middle, but
quite a batter to face for Gallagher in his first at-bat. Or his first pitch on the mound, I should say. Left it outside for ball 1.
Gallagher with a little bit of a herky-jerky type motion could make it difficult for the batter to pick up the ball. The ball is hit hard to left.
Oh, boy.
It stays fair. And it's a foul ball.
Just wrapped around foul. Would have had his second of the game. Almost the same spot as well, but the wind might have taken that one back a bit, and Gallagher,
the breeze is
relief.
light out in center field. Looks like it's gently blowing in. Jacob has a pretty quick bat. Has a very strong arm over at third base.
Thought about going on there, but it'll make it 3-1 the count.
Sheboygan's second game of the day will be against Appleton, and that will take place about 3 o'clock if things stay on time.
That's a
Pop
big
up
if.
down the right field line. Casper over and makes a nice running catch.
Made that diving catch at the end of the third inning to stop what would have been 2 runs coming in, and now catches one in foul ground. Great job in right field. One of the highlights so far for Manitowoc as they're down by 6.
Jacoby Andreas, the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter, is up. Jacoby 0 for 2 in the ball game.
That one got out of his hand,
Yeah,
bounced
about
before it hit home
55
plate.
footer, huh?
Tried something different on that pitch, and safe to say it didn't work.
Jacoby Andreas last year had 97 plate appearances. .95 at bats. Count is 1-1. There's one out. We're in the 4th inning. Sometimes, Jacob, there'll be foul balls that'll go over this fence, screen I mean, and it'll land right on the roof, and it gets very, very loud.
It sounds like it.
There's a line drive down the left field line, but foul.
Just missed it again twice now here in the bottom half of the 4th. The A's missing just a
Matt
little
Crowley
shy
was
left.
our broadcast intern last year, and one of the first games, one of those foul balls came hit on the roof. He almost hit underneath the counter.
Didn't know what it was.
Exactly. So, Nia, be ready over there. Gallagher's pitch is outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Gallagher. That brings up Jimmy Jurgensen.
First baseman, number 32, Jimmy Jurgensen.
Jimmy Jurgensen up. Jimmy 0 for 2. He's hit the ball both times. Sends a fly ball out to center, up over the second base, pardon me. And making the catch was Belinsky. And that's a quick 1-2-3 4th inning for Sheboygan. After 4 complete, the A's are up 6-0.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the 5th inning. Manitowoc will send up their 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Jacob Gallagher, Dakota Belinsky, and Regan Belak. Chris Sisler having it out with the base umpire. Did Chris used to coach Two Rivers?
Polar Bears.
Polar Bears?
Yeah, and then it was
That's
like
where I remember him, because I
it was,
remember umpiring a game up there, and he was the manager.
It was a merge type thing where like there was like the Bandits for a few years, then it was the Polar Bears, and then it became the Bandits again, and they've won 3 straight Shoreland championships. So I don't think they're going back to Two Rivers anytime soon.
He didn't give me a hard time the night I was up there, but I do remember him. Well, let's just leave it at that.
Probably for the better.
A check swing. Trying to get that first base umpire's attention. Yes, that was a strike. He did swing.
Probably wasn't even looking.
That pitch evens the count at 1-1. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Fastball is in for a strike. Davis Wilson gave up a couple of hits in the top of the 4th, but was able to work out of the jam. And a pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed. First strikeout for Davis Wilson.
As we said earlier, it's just not a lot of competitive at-bats from these Bandits. They're not swinging at everything, but a lot of these pitches, low, outside, inside, not the best quality at-bats. Hopefully they can fix it either late in this game or adjust themselves for the second, because it's no easy task against Appleton.
Dakota Belinsky is up. Dakota's 0 for 1 in the ball game and fouls that first pitch back out of play. Dakota now playing in center field. When Coons left the mound, he moved to second base. And the center fielder, Gallagher, came in to pitch, and Belinsky went from second base out to center field. Thank Bill for that information.
Two and 1 the count after a ball inside. And this next one on a swing and a miss evens it at 2.
Bill, how you enjoying retirement?
Very relaxing.
Missed you the other night at the North game. Saw Bill Horsch was here, not you. Were you suspended from doing North baseball? Oh, just kidding. That's right. Bingo at the Elks. Well, it wasn't much of a game, Bill. North scored 14 runs in the first and wound up winning 17-0. Yes, you heard that right, fans. 14 runs in the first. Pitch right there on the outside corner, called strike 3. Belinsky took another nice pitch by Davis Wilson, and that brings up the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 33, Regan
Bialik.
Bialik, Belinsky, both relatively new players for this Bandit squad.
He's a youngster. By the way, CJ, the setup is, we had it parts of it last year. We were not able to get it all going. The new setup for the live stream is just awesome. The soundboard with the multiple camera angles. We can go to commercials with it, and we have headsets this year. This is really nice.
And just like that, the inning ends on a strikeout. 6-0. The score remains as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Water personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Ken Neese chatting with the home plate umpire, now makes his way over to first base. Not quite as spry as he was back in his playing days. And Guyette still having trouble getting the ball to the pitcher. I don't know if you
It's a
saw
common
that.
theme.
It almost bounced up and hit the pitcher in the chin.
Gallagher gave him a little bit of a smile. We'll see if he's catching next game as well, because that could, I don't know, that'll be interesting. 7-inning game, you don't want to overwork him, but if you don't have any other options, is that
the
throw
one
to
thing
second?
nice is the type of day it is. You know, it's in the 50s
That's
and
very
it's
true.
cloudy. It's not like you're going to get worn out from heat exhaustion.
I just came back from Florida, actually. I was there for 5 days, 90 plus every day, so it's a little chilly here today.
Yeah. I think you mentioned that to me out in the parking lot before before the race.
It was a little hot there, but
really,
come back to Wisconsin, that's certainly a change.
First pitch is outside for ball one. Riley Palmquist, the hitter.
Gallagher retired the side in order in the bottom half of the fourth.
Yeah, that was a nice inning for him. There's a line drive out the center. Drifting back and making the two-handed catch is Coons.
It was a little more difficult than it had to be, but he made it nonetheless.
He didn't exactly look like Lorenzo Kane out there.
Certainly not. But he caught it.
That's the main thing. Gussie having a really nice game so far. Singled in the first and doubled in a run and scored in the third. 2 for 2. We mentioned these games are 2-hour time limit, 7 innings, and we're about an hour and 15 minutes in, a little less maybe, and we're in the fifth. Rohr making the catch at first, made it look easy. That's 5 in a row for Gallagher. He's
maybe making Sizzler second guess himself. Should have started with Gallagher.
Yeah,
potentially.
really. Exactly.
Maybe underestimated the youngster.
Justin Schnell up. Schnell has walked twice.
High pitch not caught, as it's now 1-0 count.
Just so you know what's happening out there in viewing land, we won't be live. The game will be on live stream, the Manitowoc Appleton game that follows this game. And then Jordan will be doing the A's Appleton game that starts somewhere around 3 o'clock or so. He'll be doing that one solo. And Baptism Under Fire. I won't be here for that game.
Priorities.
Priorities. Marriage.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
2 balls and 1 strike. Bennett lifts one out to center field. Mandich racing back makes a nice catch to end the inning. And after 5 complete, Sheboygan still on top. 6-0.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
every single time I.
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have.
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
Please be quiet.
listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
He's a pretty big dude. Now pitching for Sheboygan is Blake Coons. They give you the rundown on Davis Wilson. He went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, and no walks. He did strike out 3. And we'll leave it up to Blake Coons. Coons will be facing the top of the order for Manitowoc. Chris Casper is leading off the inning for Manitowoc. He's their leadoff hitter. It's a line drive out the up right to Bennett Becker, who races over and makes the catch.
Fooled ya.
For some reason, Jordan, these balls seem like they're going farther, and they're not. The one that Mandich caught was, I thought, was going to be further out into center field. He made a nice play of it. And that one, too, I thought was going to be out into center field, and Bennett just raced over and made an easy catch of it. Ben Coons is up next. He takes a strike. We don't have any information on Blake Coons at this time. He didn't play with Sheboygan last year, but he's a big dude and he throws strikes. 3 years of college football at South Dakota State, then switched to baseball. Smart move by him. So he's an athlete.
See how he fits into the reliever roles for the A's throughout the year. He's looked sharp so far in his first 2 at-bats. Here is that one, just as I say, goes down 2-2 the count.
You're the kiss of death, Jordan.
I praise Luke Mandich. He swung and missed. Praise the pitcher. He misses low. And back to back. Count is now full.
Coming up to press box. The press box is the Appleton Legend manager, Rick Riddle.
They'll be in action in less than an hour from now as this one drops. 3 straight balls. That'll send the runner over to first, and 1 on, 1 out.
Chris Rohr, who has one of the 2 Manitowoc hits, is up. There you see manager Sisler getting the third base coach's box a little late.
He does whenever there's a runner on. It's interesting.
That's, I guess, the only time you really need them. They can take
is
the signs from the
true.
The dugout just as well as from the third base coach's box.
Save a few extra steps.
Yeah. Another pitch down low. It's 2-0. All of a sudden, Coons is having trouble finding the plate. Fly ball out to left. Ross Christa's there and makes the grab. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 6th of a 7-inning ball game. That brings up the catcher, Ridge Guyette. That pitch is in the dirt. It'll be a wild pitch, allows Coons to advance to second.
Guy did not make contact, just took a bad hop. That thing got high in the air as the runner, Roar, advances to second. Or pardon me, that's Coons at second, correct?
Pitches.
2-0 count, 2 outs, runner on second as he finds the middle of the zone for the first strike of this at bat.
2 balls and 1 strike. I think you mentioned that, didn't you?
Well, you just reiterated.
One strike away from ending the inning. We're in the top of the 6th. Sheboygan on top, 6-0. Manitowoc with a runner on second. Another full count. Oh, came with the heater and got him, and Guyette not happy. But a good pitch by Coons, and that ends the 6th inning. When we come back, it'll be Sheboygan's turn in the bottom of the 6th.
To make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Schmidt's now on the mound for Manitowoc. Be taking over for Gallagher, who really did a nice job his 2 innings. Gallagher went 2 innings, gave up no hits, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts.
A lot of zeros on the board.
A lot of zeros. But I tell you, he didn't pitch like a zero.
No, he pitched very, very well, and the Bandits just getting some new arms in there. They'll be playing in the next game. Potentially half an hour from now, we'll obviously see how this one ends and when they get started in the next game. But they've got Appleton coming up, and they're going to save some of their arms, get some new arms going. Obviously, they could hope Luke Mandich maybe to go the whole 7, but at the end of the day, you never know how it's going to go, and this is their 3rd arm of the game. Coons, Gallagher, and now Schmitz as the A's get ready to come up to the plate. Bottom of the 6th, up 6-0. They've got 7 hits compared to the 2 of Manitowoc. lengthy bit of warm-up here for Jackson Schmitz.
After this play ball tournament event, Sheboygan's next home games will be on the 28th and the 29th of May when they play the Chicago Rippers in 2 doubleheaders.
4 games in 2 days.
4 games in 2 days. The Saturday doubleheader will start at 5 o'clock. The Sunday doubleheader will start at 1 o'clock. And we don't know much about the Rippers except they have a pretty interesting name.
They rip.
One of the teams they played last year, their nickname was the Dirtbags.
Oh, interesting one there.
Yeah. Okay, Bennett Becker is going to lead off the 6th inning for Sheboygan against Schmitz. Bennett is 0 for 2. We mentioned that he won the Manager's Award for his dedication last season. One of the kids that's not back with Sheboygan this year that was the defensive player of the year was T.D. Walker, who was just an excellent center fielder for Sheboygan over the last couple of seasons. Apparently he's not going to be back this summer. They'll miss him.
One and one count right out of the gate with number 11 at the plate. A lot of ones to go around.
I think whoa, behind his back. And hit him.
Well, they're going to say it did hit him.
Thank goodness it was a glancing blow.
I was going to say, did it like barely touch his jersey? Because that thing had some fire as it was hitting the backstop.
Left fielder, number 31, Ross Christ.
Brings up Ross Christ. He's 1 for 2, and he scored a run.
Again, missed in basically the same spot. Control issues for Jackson Schmitz so far.
Ross led the ball club last year in plate appearances with 259. Played in 60 of the 63 games.
Wild pitch there, low down and outside, able to advance to second base. So now you got a runner in scoring position with no outs. If the A's are able to score 4 in the bottom half of the 6th, they would walk out with the victory due to the 10-run rule, and we wouldn't even see the top of the 7th.
Ross takes that pitch for a ball also. It's 3-0. Ross led the club last year in walks with 52. Looks like he's going to draw his second walk of the game.
He thought about it, thought of a green light, but he held back as Schmitz gets his first strike of this at-bat.
We're in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th. Sheboygan up 6-0. There's nobody out. Bennett is on at second base. And Chris does eventually draw the walk. Brady Zachrisson is in. Brady's 1 for 3 in the ball game.
He's got runners on first and second, no one out. As it's been about a 3-to-1 ratio of balls to strikes for
Yeah,
Schmitz
he's
at the
had
plate.
trouble throwing strikes. That's one thing Gallagher did a good job with. He was around the plate.
Schmitz has missed outside. He's missed high. I think he missed low once, but otherwise, and is there high and inside, as I said it.
You're no
2-0
fun.
count.
You're no fun. He always throws balls. Talk him up. Come on, Jordan.
It might work the opposite.
Get him to throw strikes. It's been a quick mover this ball game.
See, ball 3.
Well, one thing Chris Sisler doesn't want to do is use a fourth pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely not. He might not have to at this point. Bases 1 ball away from being loaded with no outs. And there it is. It might have even hit him.
I think we're going to call it ball 4, give him a walk.
As there are certainly some control issues for Jackson Schmitz. And now right now, the game-winning run coming up to the plate. Walk-off grand slam, maybe, potentially.
Yeah,
to end
good
things.
point.
You never know. You got to throw strikes, though, to be able to hit it out of here.
Jacob hit the ball real hard to left a couple of times his last at-bat, except they were foul. But based on what he did back in the first inning, you're right. He could win the ball game right here.
Once we obtain the foul ball on an 0-1 count, we'll get ready to get back at it. So on a wild pitch, they're going to send the runner, and standing up will make it 7-0.
Wild pitch brings home the run.
Still no outs in the inning. Runners on second and third.
Jacob has a couple of hits. He had that homer in the first, and he singled in the second, and flew out to right on somewhat of a circus catch by Casper out there. Was that the one where he fell down making a catch?
Yes, that was the best catch of the game. Best play of the game for Manitowoc. You'd argue Jacob Gallagher has been their team MVP so far, just those 2 solid innings of pitching. We saw 3 iffy ones from Ben Coons. He had a good second inning. As
There's
that
a
one
line
is
drive
ripped,
out
and
into
that'll score 'em
left
both.
field. That'll score 2 more. Jacob, round second, takes a big turn around the bag at first and holds up with a 2 RBI single.
1 run away from winning are the A's with the 10-run rule here in the 2022 Play Ball Tournament. Tournament debuted last year. Championship games are at Manitowoc. I remember I was there. It was a nice cold, rainy day to start the season.
Jacoby Andreas, the Northwoods cleanup hitter, is up next. Oh, thanks.
As we have another wild pitch. That'll send the runner to second.
How much did that membership cost me? Sure. I paid my money, I think.
You think?
What did I miss?
A wild pitch sent the runner to second.
Another one? Holy cow, I think that's 3 already in this inning. Thanks, Sheila.
Base hit will basically end it here with no outs as the count is 1-1.
Andreas trying to get off the schneid. He's 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts.
Would be a good
There's
time
a
for
line
that bat
drive
to
base
come
hit
alive.
to left. Nice rounding third hard, and he's going to make it. And that's the ball game. Jacoby Andreas with an RBI single puts Sheboygan up by 10, and that puts the run rule in place, and that'll end it. Let's go through the line score for the ball game. For Manitowoc, they had no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Sheboygan had 10 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher was Davis Wilson, And taking the loss was Manitowoc starter Ben Coons. The next game will start in about 30 minutes, I would say. It'll be Manitowoc against the Appleton Legends. And then somewhere around 3 o'clock, Jordan will take you through the Sheboygan A's against the Appleton Legends. Third game of this pool play event. The winner of this pool will play the winner of the Blaze pool up in Ashwaubenon tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Comments, Jordan, from first ball game?
I mean, overall, 3 runs in the first inning off a 3-run shot, 3 runs in the third inning. The A's hit the ball very, very well off some not so great pitching from Manitowoc. See if they can adjust things in the second game. They're going to have to against a very, very tough opponent. But at the end of the day, the A's win and run rule in the first game. Overall, very, very impressed with this team so far, and they've got some bright spots coming up, certainly, I would say. We'll see how they do at 3 o'clock again. But starting your year on a 10-0 win, not a bad way to do it, Marty.
All right, with that, we're going to sign off, and Jordan will see you for the A's second game today around 3 o'clock.